Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app. To
Peace, peace, peace. Peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. The truth is in the building. We got the noble, loaded civilization, Ali Bey in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing? Islam, Mo. How you doing?
Islam, Mo. Grand Sheikh Holiday. As we say in the Seventh Circle Quran in fourth person, the mothership has arrived. No, I'm just playing, family. Nah, what's good, man? Everything's all good out here, family.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. Having fun, man. Peace to everybody, man. Peace to all American Aborigines, aka the first Americans. You know, we're in the building. What's happening, man? What's going on out here in these YouTube streets? Everybody lost their mind around here. What's going on? They could even chill on on their day of rest. Wait a minute, is that Saturday? Oh, no, that's Friday. It's Friday. Well, some people's Friday, some people's Saturday, some people's Sunday, right? Um, for me, you know, there's another reason they can't get you. You know, sometimes people put you in a box. They actually say, well, what holidays do you celebrate? Well, I'm like, well, my motto is every day is a holiday. You know what I'm saying? And then some days are more special days. You know, my ancestors' birthdays, things of that nature. You know, children birthdays. You know, those are more, dope. You know what I mean? Those are great holidays to me. You know what I'm saying? So, it just be interesting. You know, niggas be like, they be celebrating the Veterans Day or President's Day, Memorial Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Day, and they'll be more excited about that day than on goddamn Kids Day, you know, or Children's Day, you know what I'm saying, or Ancestors Day. I just think that's crazy. So just thought I would just point that out, y'all. How we get down as a tribe, man. Um, Now, yeah, man. Well, I see we got Tariq Nasheed's name in the title, huh? Well, Tariq Nasheed's kind of big in the news right now, right? I just read an article from New York Times. Um, I thought it was interesting, and we're gonna share that tonight with the tribe, man. Yeah, it's real interesting, y'all. You know, what else is going on? Um, yeah, you know, just what he's talking about when it comes to foundational Black Americans versus ADOS. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I seen a video he did, right? And after the article came out in the New York Times, and he was basically breaking it down, you know, like basically, they tried to paint a picture of him being a leader of the ADOS movement. He made it clear with no uncircumstances that he is not a leader. He's not a part of any groups. You know what I'm saying? He was backing that shit down like, no. You know what I'm saying? I talk this black shit, but I'm not living this black shit. You know what I'm saying? This is entertainment. You know what I mean? Um, so we're gonna talk about these things. You know, what do you guys think about that? You know, when we talk about leaders and having leaders, sometimes some people say, well, you gotta have a leader. I don't know how that works. You know, to me, um, if you came into a 1,000 years from now, right? I would hope that we would have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of more pyramids built. Y'all follow me? Not just one or two, one or two great people, you know what I'm saying? But everybody were great leaders, and you know what I'm saying? And working to build and do something for their their progeny, you know what I mean? So I just think we gotta start thinking like that, y'all. Setting the standards get taking shit to the next level. Cause I was serious, you know what I'm saying? I thought about it. I was like, well, you know, why I can't have me a pyramid built on top of me? You know what I'm saying? And I that's a real thing, you know what I'm saying, in my mind. So think about that, you know what I mean? How we got to move. Oh, and then I want to talk about I had checked out Lord Jamar. Shout out to Lord Jamar, man, and shout out to Godfrey. We just gonna kind of talk about it, man. They had Vlad on there or whatever, taking up for Rod Digger. Shout out to Rod Digger. And Vlad didn't really whatever. Because it is really not about him. I want y'all to understand that it's really about kind of the conversation and you know, kind of interjecting into the conversation. If I could have been there on the couch, you know, with those guys and able to have those conversations, you know. One thing that stuck out to me, you know, Godfrey, you know what I mean? He last time I checked, he comes from proud Nigerian ancestors. His parents are Nigerian, right? And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if he's born in America or he just came when he was real little. But as far as I'm concerned, he's successful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? He's been around for a while. You know, he's hung in there, paid his dues. You know what I'm saying? Still relevant. I mean, so he's still working. Like when a lot of people that came and gone, Godfrey is still there. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super dope. So when it comes to his attitude and how he looks at himself as well as our community, right? It was some things that kind of disturbed me, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about how we hate each other, and they talked about that, and they talked about how everybody else hates us and how they think we're subhuman. You know what I'm saying? So he say he gets on the elevator with, you know, he see a white family and everybody's looking at him like he's like an alien or something like that. And I'm thinking, nah, I don't think it's that. I think, you know what I mean? I think it's how you see yourself. Once you stop seeing yourself or stop seeing your brother or sister as less than or the enemy, or seeing yourself, look in the mirror, like, that motherfucker right there. I hate that motherfucker. Like how you look, you walk past the glass or something, you see yourself, like, I hate that motherfucker. They be like, who you talking to? Me? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think we got to start looking in the mirror and loving what we see. You know what I'm saying? So, like, so why I don't know why, you know, these guys that like, it can't be an act because they somehow or another he feels this way from his experiences that happened to him in his life. My point being, going back to what I'm saying, we still, even in positions where we're the majority, right? We still will look at ourselves and each other as less than, and we see each other from the position of a British person or a position of a, you know, a Spanish person or a French person. You feel me? So, and once again, we see how this plays out in Espanol, aka Haiti and Dominican Republic, right? But we also see how that plays out when we're talking about this foundational Black Americans versus ADOS, right? Now, I seen something that was crazy. FBA OS or some shit, like they just merged them together, right? Foundational Black, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, Foundational Black Descendants of Slaves. I thought that was crazy as hell. And they merging this shit together, right? They got a great hashtags, like, you know, and hashtag FBA and hashtag ADOS, right? Y'all follow me? And then you merge them together, you know, because they got a split in the so-called leadership. Check. Now, Tariq, remember, he said he's not a leader. He's posing as a leader, right? He went to a prestigious white university. He's acting like a leader, right? But guess what? They're playing the same colonial games all the way to the highest levels of politics. Check. To the Democrats, the Republican candidates, presidential candidates are having a discussion about reparations. And then here we come, the so-called people that are leading the way in reparations, and they're having a conversation about what colonial person gets reparations. Check. Now, these people are asking for reparations, right, for things that happened to them, on this land from the British, the French, the Spanish, right? So why wouldn't you guys work together to even put more pressure on these people, you know what I'm saying, or whatever? But you don't, because you still have the same hatred for yourself that is implanted in you in the colonial thing. And the people that are placed in these positions to do this, right, are there to keep the division going, keep the confusion going. And the New York Times literally was writing about this. Like, we are divided, like the community is fighting over who's getting what. We not gotta have to fight over anything. That goes by an individual basis. You have to prove. Think about this. A vet's gonna have to prove that her people were slaves, all right, and then be able to, see if she can get some reparation for that. What if she can't? What if she can't prove that? Should she still get reparations? What if she find out by doing her genealogy that her people came from the Caribbean islands after slavery? Does she still get reparations? You see what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing to measure whether or not who's an ADOS in their mind? Y'all follow me? How far do you have to go back? Is it 400 years? Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, 400 years, bro, that's modern. We've been here 1,000 years. We have the artifacts of the bones to prove this. So when people still are saying 500, 400, or 400 years, and they still go into 1619, John, I think that's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And just foundationally dumb, foundationally wrong. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we start talking about the slavery thing, going back to Antonio Moore. If he does his genealogy, right, and he can't find a slave document in his whole goddamn family, he can't get reparations. Right? Now, if slavery was legal, how can you actually get, even if you found something out and you find out that people were in indentured servitude or a sharecropper with somebody, whatever, right? That's not, how would you legally get reparations for this? So this is what we're talking about. Now, when we start talking about crimes that have happened to your people, displacement, you had 1,000 acres, now you don't have 1,000 acres. What happened? And you go back and find out that they taxed you out the land, or somebody committed terrorism on you and pushed you out the home, or whatever the case may be. Then you say, hey, man, these are grievances. Here's something or whatever. Oh, my uncle or my grandfather was put in federal prison, or great-great-grandfather was put in federal prison for no reason, da-da-da-da. Then you can come back and say, hey, man, I have grievances. Here it go. Here are my documentation for this. You owe me. Because they act like it's going to get a blanket for everybody. And they say, oh, no. Even though you guys are brown, you guys are not us. And now we having a whole dumbass circle of fucking argument about who's going to get some fucking reparations, when ain't nobody going to get no reparations, because ain't nobody put no fucking reparations bill on the table. This motherfucking government know who was fucking here. They got you niggas numbered up. You niggas go count yourselves for them. You niggas tax yourselves for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, so this shit is dumb. So we gotta stop being so fucking slow and wake up and work. You know what I'm saying? And start moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, y'all. Grinding. We're gonna keep grinding, man. Keep growing. Keep building. Yeah, Lotus. And then also, man, are we gonna show the short boat? You introducing that tonight?
Oh man, that's the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, y'all see the short boat. So yeah, it's gonna be a few people, gonna be getting on this short boat. It's a short boat, short trip back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? They can get their ass on. You know what I mean? I just think, no, seriously, I really.
They ready for it? Are they ready for it?
They ain't ready. Look at this shit, man. That is a short yacht, nigga. That's the short bus. Short boat. Look at that, man. That is terrible.
The transatlantic Uber. Islam Mo. Islamoki.
Wow.
Shut boat Shawty. No, wait, hold on. Is it Shot boat Shawty?
Wow.
Transatlantic ready for you.
Wow.
Go back, go look at the treaty and stay there.
Tariq know he getting his ass on this motherfucker. Canaan Land, I think you need to be on here too, brother. Cause you've been keeping this up too goddamn long, bro. Like over some words. Over words? Like, come on.
Look who the driver is, though, man. Damn.
Right.
Didn't we just wait a minute? He looked familiar. Didn't we see him the other day?
Yeah. I just want the beard. He's chilling. Talking about, oh man, it's just so crazy. Yo, okay, so now also I want to address this too, y'all, since we're talking about short bus and short boats and shit, right? All right, so check this out, y'all. If I had read a book, right, or we have went over some research or something 8 million times, right? So by the time some of these guys hear some of our conversations, we're having a conversation that me and Lotus don't have to have if we both have read. Let's just say they came before Columbus, right? As well as the first Americans are Africans, right? Now we both read these, like say we read these books, right? So we don't have to have a discussion every time on these books that we know we both have read, and we're if we having a conversation on information. So now we might start adding some other things or whatever. Also, that we know that we've already had this same conversation 10 times. So we should have to come back and say, oh well, yeah, we got Jack Forbes' book, Africans and Native Americans. You feel what I'm saying? We don't have to have that conversation again. So sometimes when people that maybe don't know about 2 years ago or 3 years ago or 4 years ago or 2 weeks ago, right? They're like, well, you guys never show any information, but it's remedial. Why haven't you never? Why has nobody ever just made a video and said, hey, right here, aha, I got Lotus. He been exposing us. We finally got him. He said something wrong, right? Think about it. They never make these videos. Every time, every time they make a video, they crying and talking personal stuff. He never showed his face. Remember, I used to kiss and salute. I've been on TV. I've been on this stuff. I don't care about that, man. I want you niggas all in my face. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no girl. So what we talking about? But anyway, just the dumbest stuff. Never on the information. Like they cry about the information and say, well, they never show any books on what we talking about, right? Books, right? Check that out, right? But they never say, hey, the information is wrong. And I found it right here in this book, right? They never do that. Y'all ever notice that? They cried about Kerry Mayo's information or whatever, but said, well, see right there, he's talking about Moors. He didn't say Moors. You're putting more on everything. You guys have been slow and arguing over semantics of words. We're not saying, and then also miscategorizing what we're saying. We're not even saying the things that you guys understand we're saying. I think that's crazy. And your people may not even watch a full thing. You just might take clips and say certain things inside the clip. We don't do that. We go exactly to where you were saying. It's like the Moors Indian Charity School. And we did more on that than you did. Right? Tonight we're gonna get into what was this? The Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Y'all asked for it.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, family. Hold on. I hear some. Hold on. Get y'all asses on that boat.
Oh shit. Can I get another one?
Hey, Roy Bay, he's setting it up to get y'all on there. Hey, I hear it.
Oh my God. That nigga get on the love boat, nigga. Captain Steuben is ready to go. Get on the bus. Shit. I mean, get on the bus boat, nigga.
They SpongeBob square hats. SpongeBob square hats.
Yeah. I did that shit. Look at the flag up there, though. Why it's so little? Like, that's just crazy, man. I almost missed it. Like, wait a minute. Is that the LBG?
Got the stop sign. Hell yeah.
Man. Shit.
And then he got somebody praying to Mecca and the star right there.
Can we do this? Is this? Can we do this?
I don't know, man. I think we violated some shit right here. I think it went too far, bro. Who on the front? Who on the front of the bus? Damn, my bad. It's not a bus, y'all. It's the Transatlantic Uber Shot Boat Shawty. My bad.
Who is that? Man. That shit crazy. But technically, Libra was like, "Hey, Ty, can you do this?" Like, what? Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Give some credit. Oh shit.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, this one's for you, Libra. Good shit, man. All right. Let's bust it out.
Oh my God. Hell no. That's fucked up, y'all.
All right, let's pull it up.
No.
Whew, man. Feel aspirated.
Now, we're getting posts all the time. They make videos saying stuff that we definitely not saying, right? But they're saying that we're saying that they're not indigenous or they're not from this land. We're literally not saying that. I do not know everybody's genealogy, right? I'm not. Okay, so check this out. It's like this, right? You have a person who lives in China. You have a person who lives in China, right? They can become a Christian, right? That doesn't make them, right? They can become an evangelical Christian, right? Or join the Mormon church. They can do all these things from China. But what they can't become is an American. They're going to still be a Chinese citizen. They're just going to be, instead religious cults, okay? This is what this is. And if you understand what a code is, then you understand what we're saying. That's just what we're dealing with. And we're dealing with people who, no matter what the situation, right, they can read and hear the same thing we're hearing because they're fixed in their belief. The facts don't matter. The facts don't matter that we're not saying that you're not from America. You're saying you're not from America when you break down the etymology of Moor. Okay? And then you extended it and putting it on other things that it didn't come from there. It's like double speech and double talk, going back and forth and saying certain things. Well, we're understanding it as a descriptive term. Well, it means a verb. Well, see, the truth don't need distortion, smoke and mirrors. Here's the truth. Well, we don't have to go back around it. We don't have to distort it. I don't have to put a mirror, make it skinnier or fatter. Here you go. Here's the truth. It's plain and simple, right? So when I see these type of things or whatever, I'm like, okay, well, I know people have to maintain the code. in the belief system, right? So they have to have bad guys. You know what I'm saying? And we're not trying to be a bad guy, right? We're just offering the truth. And I think smart people will get it and respect it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just saying, you know what, we just hate those guys. And we're not gonna really look into what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna go off what Shake say. You know what I'm saying? Which is that's not kosher. And it's just keeping it real. You know, I think people need to be a little bit more freer to think outside whatever box their mind is in. You know what I mean? Like, don't let nobody, your imam, your sheikh, your pastor, nobody. These are fallible human beings, and they don't know everything either. A lot of times, they don't want you to know everything that they know. Keep their power over you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't need a leader. Okay?
That's right. They're magicians. That's right. They're magicians. Yeah. They're trying to put a spell on it.
You shouldn't even try to join the council, because the council is for leaders. You're going to be a leader in your community. So that's what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with followers. We're dealing with leaders over here. So that's what we're talking about. So it's not really, everybody talking to is a leader. Damn shit, they got more leaders in fucking Boy Scouts than we got in the so-called black community. Like, it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? In real talk, that's real talk. So that's the sad part of everything. So we have to have forward-thinking people. We have to have free-thinking people, and we can't have scary people, scary men who are afraid of their own goddamn shadow. So that's what we're dealing with, y'all. So we in the building. What you got right here? Wasteland.
Oh yeah, I wanted to share something with the family. See, I expressed this that more in further purposes, in case I'm approached about this, because I'm not above approach, that the name Moor, first in history, being used to represent a dark one, or one who lived on or near the wastelands of Scotland, as in Othello. That means that first time in history, you find this on paper. I don't know, you're going to find an ancient stone and say it was on something. It's the first time on paper, as in Othello. And that's who? Is that Shakespeare? Don't they say Shakespeare was really this, that, and the third? Really a colored person? Some even say Shakespeare was a Moor, huh? But the phrase was coined in Othello. Now, I said it that way to make them think I'm helping them. So what are wasteland? Well, you find it in Eliot's poem from 1922, but they have the word wasteland becoming one word, adjective and a noun. So that's a slap in the face to those that talk about adjectives and nouns. And by the way, I want to share something. The whole system of punctuation marks and adjectives, nouns, pronouns, and that whole system was also created in America and nowhere else. Diacritical marks, you name it, all created right here in America by Aboriginals. 1825 is one word from waste and land. Figurative sense is attested from 1868. Eliot's poem, as I said, is from 1922. Had to say it over for a reason. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land. What's going on here? Why does it say out of the dead land? Mixing memory and desire, staring dual roots in with spring rain. What's going on here? Very interesting. I just wanted to share that so everyone can catch what's going on. In the poem, the word that you see next to land, that's the only connection you can see. You have wasteland up there. In the poem, you have land. In front of land, you have dead. So rather it's something positive about an ecosystem and nature and all that, because that's what it's getting at, it still says dead land. And it says wasteland is connected to this poem. And Moors are, let's go back to it. One who lived on or near the wastelands of Scotland. And now the Scotland area, if I'll let everyone research that. Just something to think about. Just something to think about real quick, family. Now, what we going into, I just had to share that. Man. I want to see what my good brothers can say.
So, fuck. So, fuck. Hey, so when we talking wasteland, that wasn't the language, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So are they, like, when we talk about Scotland, right? There's scorch. You know what I'm saying? And we start talking about the concepts of black, right? Black or more black, right? And we start talking about that, them pushing that concept, you know. You kind of see where it comes from, because when I immediately think about that, I think the shit is dead, you know what I'm saying? And dead people that come from this land, but they are using in the newer sense, but it comes from the darker sense. Y'all kind of understand what I'm saying? In the or the origin of it, because we understand that the origin of Europe or dark people, the dark people that didn't come there, dark people that were already there, that's indigenous to Germany, that's indigenous, like we literally can pull these pictures up all day and all night, right, of the original people. And when you see some of these pictures of some of these people that they're talking about that were in these time periods, like Constantine, for instance, or anybody that's in any Romans or any Greeks, these people are dark. Period. There's no such thing as no white Greeks, none of that. Okay? No white Spanish people, none of that. When you're talking about running somebody, who's there in the 7-Eleven, who got ran out, we're just talking about black on, so to speak, black on black crime or brown on brown crime, so to speak, right? We're talking Etruscans, we're talking, certain people that are depicted in history as being pale people when they were. Period. Okay. So when we're talking AD 325 AD, we're talking 500 BC, we're talking certain things. You're talking brown people. But now, like I pointed out, your boy Hannibal is a Roman Caucasian pale man. He is. I remember when he was a mulatto. Now they did him the same way they did the second president of Mexico, and probably the first president, the third and fourth and fifth. Period. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like when we talk about, I say ain't nobody bitched and moaned and said nothing and came up with nothing that said George Washington wasn't black or brown or copper color or he was a maroon. Nobody's gonna tell me nothing different. Because if you do, that means that you have done more research on it than I have. That's what you're gonna tell me. And you can also tell me that I don't do research. And you've done more research than me. That's what you're gonna tell me. When you tell me that you can find some slave papers and you can't. Once again, Yvette Cornell is not going to get any fucking reparation. But what she is gonna get, just like Tariq Nasheed, she's gonna get her bills paid. She's gonna get her some new cars. Oh man, bro, this already set off y'all pain, off y'all misery. She's gonna get some reparation from your motherfucking ass. Believe that. Her and Tone. Her and Tariq. Think about it. What you say? Oh, Mox. Right there, that part right there.
Look at all these Mo's. Oh, wait. Look at all these Moro. You know, it's interesting that they're not even Moors. I've been telling them y'all need to change your name because it's actually Moro. It's not Moors. So I guess my Moorish brothers, I guess they're going to say, oh, yeah, we knew that. Nah, y'all really look like this man's face right here. That's what y'all look like right now. I'm digging all into y'all because they love etymology. How come they haven't shared the etymology of the name Moor?
They did, and then they just reinterpreted wrong. When they read America, you know what I'm saying, American, and it came back and it told you what American was, and it said, but look, right there, that's a Moor. What? It didn't say that. It didn't say Mauritania. It didn't say Berber. It didn't say Amazigh, Amorite. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say North Africa. That when we say American, it says America. It doesn't say Northern Africa. When you say Moor, the first thing it came out, it said Northern Africa. Do we have to pull that up again? Because they say we don't ever show anything. Maybe we got to pull that up so they can see exactly what we're talking about. So let's pull up the etymology of Moor while we're having this conversation. We're going to get back to you in a second, Tariq. We're going to get into your video. Let the people hear your crazy shit. This is, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't. Y'all might be able to put pieces together. I can't. He probably still alive right now with 10,000 people in the chat room. I just hey, bro, hey, it's amazing. That's all I can say. I don't know what else to say. What else can you say? It is absolutely amazing. But shit, I seen Vanilla Ice and Rick Ross do a song. Ice Ice Baby. Shit was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. I mean, rapping,
right.
The concept, Rick Ross made it, did what he did. But y'all follow me? Vanilla Ice. He more relevant right now than Eminem. Think about that.
That is true.
Huh?
Damn.
It's just facts. That nigga Eminem gonna be doing a podcast next. Like, it's the Eminem show or something. Like, he ain't gonna have nothing else to do. Yeah, everybody else went on the podcast. That'd be the only thing he could do. Would be, think about it. He'd be the number one podcast in the world, off top. He'd probably listen like, fuck, you're so right. Oh, the Marshall Mathers show. Motherfuckers is gonna be wanting to see what type of pills he on, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude. Gonna be live, popping. Hold on, y'all.
That is it. That's how they're gonna do it. That's how I'm telling y'all. Somebody listening, like, yo, that is a great ass idea. Eminem podcast. Like, everybody popping up with a podcast right now. So, but we the best. We the best. Hey, and that's how we feel. Hey, like I said, man, we can, wow, have some fun. Bring some information at the same time.
That's right. Oh, I got it right here too. Let's see what we got.
More?
Oh yeah. Online etymology dictionary. Yeah. Hold on. Talk about Shawty. Man, Libra Sun blessed us with that. And Ty, oh man, I'm afraid to even say the Ty did. Yeah, we got it all here. Hey, and guess what? Hold on. Hey, wait, I gotta show the boat and everything right now. Hold on. Yeah. Y'all see the boat? Hold on. Before I show it, it gotta go one more time. One more time. All right, y'all. Hold on. Look at this.
Oh my God, this is so bad. I don't know, man. What's wrong with you guys, man? This shit is awful. Fuck.
Now, you know what's very interesting? I don't want to play it out, so I won't push it again right now. It says right here. It says it right here. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's little, but it's interesting that they got the verb first, though, before the noun. But we're going to read both of them, so don't trip.
Yeah, we don't care what the verb or nouns. What are these Moors talking about?
Hey, Candyland. Now, we felt like we shouldn't have to show this because you said it, you read it, you didn't actually show it. We have done this a million times, literally, brother. Like, that's how long we've been doing this. Like, we've literally done this. I think the people, bro, y'all got to do more again. Nah, because they say we never show anything. So we got to make this very, 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 very clear that everything that we say out of our mouth that we show y'all, even though if it's remedial, right? So we're dealing with retarded people, so we got to go back and teach in LD, learning disabilities. So that's what we're talking
about. Yeah. You see this? You
want me to do it?
Man, trip. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. They're going to be mad at you. All right.
What'd you say?
I said, go in, Chief. They're going to be mad at you.
I don't
care. That's how this yeah, me either. Yeah.
More verb. Okay, we're going to go with the verb first since it came first, right? It said, quote, to fasten a ship in a particular location by or as by cables, anchors, etc. Late 15th century. That means late 1400s, right? It said probably related to Old English morels, right? And that's spelled, what's that? M-U-E-R-E-L-S, right? It said, quote.
M-A is A connected in the Latin lettering. The Latin type.
M-A-U.
It's an A and an E together. So it's an I.
Mayrel. M-A-U.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get back to that. Mayrel, quote, mooring rope, end quote, via unrecorded marine to moor or possibly barred. See, now they got all this possibly. See, when you start hearing possibly and stuff, it gets kind of weird. So remember, this is just a verb. They call themselves a noun, okay? But we wanted to kind of get to this because they'll wiggle out of the noun and go to the verb. So we're gonna get back to the verb. Okay? So, or possibly borrowed from Middle Low German, Morin, or Middle Dutch, Marin, right? To more from West German or West Germanic. Man, that looks crazy right there. Moreno or Marion, that's one maybe right there. Related, moored, mooring, French, amoureux. is from Dutch. Okay? Now we're going to get to the noun. That's a lot right there, y'all. They was confused. They going through different shit. Maybe this, maybe that, blah, 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 right? But this is where it gets interesting right here when we get to the noun, right? The noun is a person, place, thing, right? And that's why it's capital. So it's a capital more, noun, right? Quote, off top. This listen. We don't have to. Do y'all see it right there? Did we make this up? No. Okay. Now, quote, North African. Okay. And we can go to African, but I can just tell you real fast. So we don't have to be remedial like that and waste our time. Born or live in Africa. Okay. So that means that you're a Northern African, right? If you're Moor, check. Everybody clear on this? We don't got to argue about this? Okay. And do we know that we've searched the history of this, and we know that they didn't call it Africa at a certain time period. We know it's Barbaria, and then we're going to get back to Barbaria, right? We just going to stay there. We're not going to go too far back than that. We just go right there. And who was in this time period that these guys are saying that, like the time period during the so-called treaty, the Friendship and Peace Treaty, right? Who was in power during this time? They just be like the Moroccan Empire, but that's not good enough. Who was it? What sultan was it? What's his name? What did he look like? Where did he live? Who was his mama? Who was his daddy? Those are the type of things that we get into, brothers. We don't just let you guys get away with the dumb shit that y'all say. So back to this. Northern African, right? Berber. Now remember that flag up there? The Amarir. Y'all know I'm terrible. But the people, the video, the cartoon we played a couple days ago, right? Those people, the Amazirs or whatever, those guys, right? Right? And then they like, that's not even their name. It's some other shit, bro. It gets complicated. But they want that flag to be restored. And I think they should, the original people flag should be restored and not an invader's flag. The flag they like to fly is an invader's flag. Okay? Let's keep that in the back of your mind. It's not the original flag. So that's why we didn't put the flag on here for them. That's not the original. We like to go to the original. Okay, more. All right. Berber. One of the race dwelling and what did I say? Barbaria, Barbary, right? That's late 14th century. That's late 1300s, y'all. The 14th century is the 1300s, okay? From Old French, moray. From medieval Latin, Maurus. From Latin, Maurus. Quote, inhabitant of Mauritania. Remember? Roman Southwest Africa, a region now corresponding to northern Algeria and Morocco. Okay? Mauritania will be what it would be called. Well, maybe not back then during the time of the French Peace Treaty, but we'll get back to that, right? Because remember, we got to figure out what was it called during that time because it wasn't called Morocco, as you guys, we're showing you right here, right? So they wasn't calling themselves Moors at this time either, okay? So keep that in the back of your mind. So when we ask people, they ask them, well, what's your nationality? And we say we're Americans. They want to be like, well, we Moorish Americans. We're like, well, okay, well, that means that you have 2 or 3 nationalities, or 4 or 5 nationalities. I don't know. You may not know, right? Because you obviously don't know the origin of where you guys say your shit come from. Okay, so we're gonna get to it. We're gonna break this shit down. We're just not gonna read the fucking etymology or any definitions. We're gonna show you what like cross-reference what they're saying right here. Yeah, y'all get it? We're gonna do what y'all can't do to us. You can't cross-reference nothing that we're saying because it's facts. And y'all ain't mean enough to come and say, yeah, they right about that. See how that work?
We have a more love, more boat. We have a more in the building. Our good brother Root Words has arrived. Oh, You can stay here with us, Root Words, or
soon they be waiting for you. Hey, y'all suck. Y'all suck, bro. You rolling with these niggas over here, these Morris niggas? Hey, let's get back. Hey, no, let's finish that right there because I don't want to say that we didn't finish the thing right there. Right? All right, so from Greek, Morris, perhaps, look at this, perhaps a native name or else cognate with Morris, black.
And the highlighted, man. Hey, hold on.
Black American. Moorish American. You blackish American. It's right there. Like, come on. You either Morocco or you being the descriptive term of a black person. Period. And the brother was right when he called in and said that, it was like when, it's like a redundant thing when you be like black. You'd be like, you're blackamoor. That's like obligatory black. I'm black and I'm proud. So that's what y'all saying basically, right? I'm bliggity black. I'm black and I'm proud. Shout out to Sinetta though. Hey man, we gotta play some of that tonight too, man. Shout out to Aboriginal Power, man. I wanted to definitely cover that comment on that video right there, man. That shit was crazy. Shout out to that, man. Whew. Man, can y'all imagine when he gonna have to change the whole house of consciousness to it's gonna be like House of Indians or some shit. It's gonna be crazy, y'all. Like, oh my God, Sweat Lodge. He gonna be like in the Sweat Lodge. Like, whoa, what happened? But he was going in though, right? What was so funny, y'all? He was going in on immigrants, right? And then he got to Dominican. He had to stop and say, "Well, wait a minute, I'm Dominican." Shit. So yeah, I think that's interesting. Okay, I want to say we did we finish the noun? I'm going right there with black, right? But has objectively only appears in late Greek and may as well be from the people's name as the reverse. Also applied to the Arabic conquerors. Huh? What? What? Hold on, I'm done. I'm quit. I'm done. It's over. It's over, y'all. Like, come on, man. Hey, y'all, I told these dudes, man, like, it's like taking candy from a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen like a grown man playing basketball with some kids or football with some kids or something? And he playing extra hard, like hitting them real hard. Y'all, they're gonna be like, it's abuse. Y'all abusing these kids. Like, man, like they asked for it though. Like, come on. This shit is terrible. Like, but we ain't show nothing right here. This is dog. It just said also applied to the Arabic. Look, the Arabic conquerors, bro. What is that? Of Spain? Wow, what? Being a dark people, right, in relation to Europeans. Their name in the Middle Ages was synonymous for oh man. Negro, remember? Black. So okay, all right. So Negro sign. I mean root word. Okay. You used to be Negro signs, right? Now, and you because you knew that more was attached to Negro. Let's be clear, because I know you root word and you get into words. Are we making up something while we saying that more is synonymous with black as well as Negro, depending on if you're talking Spanish or you're talking Dutch, right? So fuck, bro. Like this is terrible for y'all. Later, and look, it was synonymous for Negro later, 16th century, the 17th century. Now, remember, that's the 1500s and through the 1600s. That's what they talk about. So you got to understand things were changing depending on who we're talking about, right? Who's like, nobody's going to be describing themselves, right? If everybody's, let's just say, dark skinned, then they're not going to be describing themselves as dark. Everybody's goddamn dark, but they'll be like, okay, well, those guys right there are seafarers or sea people, right? Because remember, because we're gonna get into these treaties, how all this ties back into each other, right? Did y'all know this is how we do it over here? We give you the information, but we make it make sense. We don't just leave you out there with some dumb shit, say some big ass, dumbass words, and leave you sitting around saying, well, I'm supposed to know something right now, but you really don't know a fucking thing, right? Now, when they're talking about Moors, they will obviously they ruled the seas, right? So remember, they ruled the seas to the 19th fucking century. To the 20th, to the 20th century. America was, with this said treaty, was getting permission to go into the Mediterranean to sell here, whatever the trade goods from America. And so the Barbary Wars, which we're gonna get into this too, were about them violating. If you have a treaty and you get into a war, guess what? That means that somebody violated the treaty. Am I right? So they're sitting around here talking about, oh, it's the longest standing non-broken fucking treaty. You sound dumb, because then you're telling us about the Barbary Wars that happened after that. It wouldn't have been no Liberia if they wouldn't have let them go over there in 1812 and 1813 and stuff like that. They just got permission. Okay? Like, and they were enslaving Europeans and bringing them to places. Okay? And not just dark, not just pale Europeans, because the original Europeans are not pale. You got to get back to that. Okay? So, let me go and finish this up. It was used indiscriminately of Muslims, Persians, Arabs, etc., but especially those in India. Cognate with Dutch Moor, German Moor, Danish Moro, Spanish Moro, Italian Moro, related Moris. Okay? There's something else now. Track of open until more or less elevated ground, often overrun with heath. And that's 12th century. That's 1100s. From Old English, M-O-R, Moorish, swamp. From Proto-Dramatic, Moro. What's that? Source also of Old Saxon, Middle Dutch, Mer, swamp, Old High German, Moro, swamp, also sea, German, Moor, Old Norse, Moorland, Mar, sea, perhaps related to Mer, or from root Mer to D, hence dead land. So Mer could be die or dead to dead land. Damn.
No, hey, trip on this. Guess what? Let's take a step back now. What do we see here? As in Othello, a dark one, or one who lived on or near the wastelands of Scotland. And then we get into the wasteland, and it says that it's from a poem. Of course, he had to get it from somewhere. And what does it say next in front of land? Dead land.
Damn it. Damn it, man.
And this is what they connect to Egypt. Look, Mer, that's in Egypt. Yeah, bro. Morty. Morn.
No, we made this up, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We made it up.
I created this. I created the online etymology dictionary.
Yep, we sure did. No. We interpreted it wrong. We can't comprehend what this is saying right now. Yes, we can comprehend because remember, we're going to get into the treaty, right? Remember, so you can understand who we're dealing with, what we're talking about. So this is what we're talking about. So I do know this for a fact that a lot of the depictions and stuff that you're seeing are new people giving you their rendition of history. Okay, they're showing you what, say, a sultan looked like, but it would just be just like them putting Christian Bale as a pharaoh in Egypt during a time period that wasn't true, especially when they're dealing with the Greeks or the Romans and places like that, people like that or whatever, right? So y'all gotta understand that this is an effort to do this. It is factual. It's not. Nobody's gonna dispute what we're saying.
I like to see it, bro.
It's not out there. The information is out there. They're letting you know, man, the Greeks are black, or the Greeks are copper-colored people. You know what I'm saying? So when they kind of say certain things, they say, well, so and so was a Roman. Yeah, because you have in your mind, a Roman looks like Brad Pitt. So in your mind, you go there, like you go into the modern times. You're not going to what the original people look like, and that's what we're dealing with. But yeah, this right here is from root myrrh, to die, hence dead land. Damn it. You niggas is dead. That land up there is dead. Dead. It's gone. We're gonna shock it back to life. So Moors are running around here calling them the same thing y'all talking about. Black is dead and all that other shit. Moor is dead as well. Y'all about to play games? Are we gonna play games? Are we gonna play games? So y'all be like Islam, Mo, and all this other shit. You literally saying dead, black, death. You literally saying that. And no matter if you in your heart, you can change something else. Show me where I can find where you have changed that at. Show me. Where can we go to see where more is not dead, or black, or Negro, or dead, or die, to die? Oops, my bad, y'all. Hey, man, I'm telling y'all, we taking it easy. So, yeah, we taking it easy, okay? So please don't act now. Look, root word. Is root word saying something? Are we saying something wrong? Is this wrong? Did we make that up for real? Did we type that up?
He's saying something. He's saying something. All right, a whole lot. He's in the chat. So,
what are you mad about? Man. Hey, Root, you know you can come on here. You know you can come on here and let us know how you feel about this. Like, he's delusional too. Like, I think you made a video about me today too, saying some stuff. I think that's crazy. Yeah, that's awful, bro. Like, I don't even understand it. Something about debate you? I don't see. Listen, I don't debate. I've already told y'all that I teach. Okay, are you gonna debate me where more comes from? Is that what you're gonna do? Now you seen your boy Roy Bay was talking about go back to Africa, get dual citizenship. Do you agree with him, Rupert? I need to know this. Rupert, you gonna go back to Africa with the rest of the Moors. And see, I got a boat right there. Y'all look, I wanted to put the boat with the thing so you could be rowing. You know? Yeah, we got 25 Moors. You get it? Slaves, Moors. They got the I don't get it. Shit. This is awful. Hey y'all, My bad, but wait a minute, we just getting started. Like we ain't even getting started. We just getting started. Uh, hey, man, we gonna get him a break real fast, y'all. Let's get back to Tariq, the other Moore, aka. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Tariq Nasheed coming right up.
Tariq, the boat is calling you. Elda, Elda, L to the no. Hey, also, shit, Umar too. Y'all had that boat calling you too. Umar getting on the boat too, y'all. So Umar is getting on this boat. Tariq is getting on this boat. We might put a light on here just for the fuck of it.
Flag ain't going. You like I don't want to go.
Nah, I think I want to put a light on it just because, right? And we're gonna get back to that too. But I think I want to put him on there just because he up here like he's supposed to be like why are you debating Christians? And
you know what?
Like every week.
I know how you can get polite on there. You can get polite on that boat if you put a couple of white women on there. He'll get on there. Oh, too soon. Yeah. Shots fired. Video coming soon. Well, my bad. Hold on. We'll rewind that. This is how we do the rewind. Instead of going like, we just do this. And that's the one we gonna rock the video. I'm burning the horn. I'm burning the horn. So they taking a break. The people on the boat been waiting to pick them up. They gonna take a break. So they'll try and get them in.
Damn. So yeah, man, I think all of them need to go on the boat, man. So yeah, absolutely. So this right here is terrible right here though, y'all.
That wasn't the end too.
Oh wow. The basic sense is. Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read that. The basic sense in place name is marsh, a kind of low-lying wetland. Remember the dead land, possibly regarded as less fertile than marsh. The development of senses dry
heathland.
Barren upland is noticeably accounted for, but may be due to the idea of infertility. Cambridge Dictionary of English place name. That it. Hint.
Yeah, that's the end of it. My bad.
Yeah, it gets. I've seen this before. More cock.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on. And it gets pretty bad. We'll just say that. More cock. Come on now. Gross. You're foul or more foul. What's the hell? More hen? That's as a surname. Oh man. Hey, look, see, they're magicians. Marlin Spike. What the hell is that? Morning.
Mauritania.
Mm-hmm. Morocco.
All right, so are we clear? Is that? So are we Moors still? I want to know if they still Moors. If so, then how are you identifying yourself? So then if you're going to play the word semantic game and go to the verb, then how is the peace treaty involved with you? Now, when we get back to y'all in a minute, we're going to get back to that, to the so-called peace and friendship treaty. Yeah, whatever. That treaty, whatever. And there's a lot of conflicting things that's going on with that. But we're going to get into this Tariq Nasheed. Yeah, man. This is the ultimate. Like, to me, y'all, I don't know about you, y'all, but to me, this is the ultimate, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with our people, but our people need a lobotomy or something. Like this shit's crazy now. Seriously. Like I don't even know what to say. Like it's just the weirdest thing ever how we move. And I'm at this point that I don't even think it's the masses is gonna wake up. Like we're so dead. Like people are literally arguing. People are literally arguing with us about more. Literally, that's all they mad about. We're not saying anything else different. Trust me.
I know, man. They're all morbid about it. Got him.
Got him. They really mad about more. Like we're just talking about words, y'all, that just got created and we're ancient. And then they try to put their ancient stuff in there because, oh, look, right there's a hat. Like, bro, hats don't make you a nothing. That don't mean nothing. Nothing. Like, and if we get to when y'all got the hat, y'all got it from the Turks, aka the Romans, aka the Byzantine Empire. Okay? Don't play. Just play nice, okay? That's all we can. Just play nice. We only on the information. We're not slandering anybody, but you guys saying nationality. I'm confused because you guys set up there with two flags. We say there's only one flag, that's the American flag, is our flag. And then see, Sinetta, you know it felt good to you, right? To say what you were saying today. He was like, yeah, you know, I know this sounds like some cool shit, but man, America's the greatest. What? How? How does that? Why does that sound? Why do you have to feel like that? Because we feel like we have to give it to these people, y'all. That's what we feel. We feel like the country when it's actually our country. Like, I want to get into that. I definitely want to play at least the audio of Lord Jamarium, you know what I'm saying? They were talking about sports and shit, right? And Lord Jamar was like, yo, you know, basically he had made a tweet that, you know, Caucasian people are guests in hip hop, right? And then he said, well, even though they didn't create basketball, right? The Mayans did. So shout out to him for knowing that, right? Check that out. But he said that, but just give him that. He said if you took Caucasian people out of hip hop would still run smoothly, right? Think about it. We really don't. Nobody's bumping any Caucasian insane clown posse, Eminem. Nope, none of that bullshit. Nobody's bumping these guys. Bubba Sparks. No, you're not. Okay? Just be clear. So we would be cool. But if we were guests in NBA, right? If you say that they own the league, then the league would go down. It would never be as big as it is right now. You understand what I'm saying? Never. It would never be big as it was if they kept Negroes out of the NBA or baseball, anything. Niggas would have had to stay in their own leagues and build their own shit up. Period. Okay?
That's how we started. That's literally how we started.
So
got our own equipment and played.
About, man, you know what I'm saying? Doing our own things, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you feel like Godfrey feels less than, he sees himself less than. Y'all understand? And once you do that, Tyler Perry sees himself less than. Oprah Winfrey sees herself less than. Michael Jordan sees himself less than. Y'all understand? Anybody that said, man, I gotta say this though, you know, if you're the little brother to a so-called white organization and you represent the black organization, you know what I'm saying? Then it's the same thing with Boyce Watkins. Is he still dealing with that dude? Of course he is. He knew what their situation was. He knew you know how they say it's a master in a slave relationship. Who's the master? So that's what we're dealing with. So who are these guys' masters? If somebody asks me, am I a leader? I'm gonna say, hell fucking yeah, I'm a leader in my fucking community. Why are you afraid? What are you talking about? What's going on? Y'all understand what I'm saying? You see the niggas that we talking about? But these are the same niggas that say, man, I'm not a leader, but I still want you to send me this money. What? Why?
Man.
Think about that, Joe. I'm telling you, I'm afraid of these people. I am not a leader. I am not trying to build anything. I am afraid. But send me $200,000. Huh? What?
There he is. That's what we talking about. Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Well, let's get into this time fuckery and let's see what's going on, man. Hey, man, as usual, man, fuck fair use. Hey, fuck fair use t-shirts coming soon, y'all. Shout out to DJ Gambler, man. One of my favorite DJs out here right now, y'all. Shout out to DJ Gambler. But yeah, man, so let's check out what this guy got a minute. Right now, I'm getting a real reaction because I haven't seen it yet. Let's go.
Live and direct from Tariq Nasheed studio. I guess he be making music too. You got keyboard. All right.
Yo. All right. What's going on, family? We here. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. All right. Oh, hold on. Wait. What's going on, family? We here. Turn this down. All right. All right, we're here. We are here. Everybody come on in the room now. What's going on with the thing here? Let me refresh that. Why is it doing this? All right, we're here. Waiting on everybody to come on in the room. Waiting on everybody to come on in the room. How's everybody
doing?
Can you
do the audio?
All right.
Hold on.
What's up, man? Everybody come on up in this room. We're on time tonight. We're going to have a very good discussion with the family tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a great discussion. Tangibles 2020, much respect. So it's the first time catching the live broadcast. That's what's up. Let me get my hands lotion. First of all, let me thank everybody who supported the Indiegogo page. As we know, we're having the Foundation of Black American Convention down in Atlanta. 2020 is going to be a phenomenal event. And we got it up on Kickstarter in 3 days. We got 30,000 in 3 days. There were place attacking the crowdfunding. In Kickstarter, which is already funny style, as you know, they took it down. And we got it back up on Indiegogo, and we're back at 30,000. We're back at 30,000. So I appreciate the family for getting us back right on point. And I appreciate everybody who continues to support, because we still got work to do. We still got work to do. And I appreciate you guys really, really, really from the bottom of my heart, man. Just so you, I appreciate that you see the vision of what we're doing. We're serious about understanding and codifying our culture. And I try my best to stay on code. And we got to get everybody on code. If we're going to talk about codification, everybody has to be on code. And I'm going to address, Yvette Carnell and Tone in a few minutes. And it's not going to be a roast. Everything is going to be respectful because, again, this is about codification. So no name calling. This is not like a Michi X type of thing. No. This is serious business. And this is going to be a lesson for the family. We're going to have to know, if we have disagreements, how to stay on code. Even if we have disagreements, even if we don't like each other, we got to learn how to stay on code. You understand? And by the way, before we get started, can everybody hit that like button? Can y'all hit the thumbs up button for a player? Can you guys hit that thumbs up button? Hit the thumbs up button. Also, hit the subscribe button. You understand? Now, before I get into the whole ADOS and Foundational Black American thing, one thing, the rest in power to the beloved sister who was killed in Atlanta. The Black girl who was the college student in Atlanta, she was missing, then they found her dead. Her roommate's boyfriend was the dude who killed her. That broke my heart. That I have a daughter around her age, so that really hit different for me, seeing that. You know, that really bothered me. What's the young girl's name? What's the young girl's name? And this is something that, see, we got to get people codified about too, and get everybody in check about.
What's her name?
What's that girl's name?
What's that girl's name? I thought it hurt your heart. See the fuckery?
Name?
Fuckery. Go ahead, brother. I'm not. And then now y'all gonna feel sorry. So now this is a part.
Somebody help me in the chat.
Understand Psychology 101. I don't. If you like to get fucked,
what was her name? Alexis?
By a player.
Alexis Crawford. And let me say something. When I heard about that a college student, a Black girl missing, who's a college student, I said, okay, either a white supremacist done got at her, or some non-foundational Black American that got at
it. This bullshit.
Non-stereotype. And sure enough, the dude who killed her was a Caribbean second-gen immigrant.
You hear this nigga?
And when I pointed that out in the story, a lot of y'all got mad. There was a lot of Caribbean immigrants was like, oh damn, why that gotta have something to do with it? I done told people we gotta get this shit in order right now.
Man, he started going there early. All right.
Ah, yeah, I thought you were gonna have to fast forward it. Nah, he on some fuck shit though right now. Y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now we pointing out the different types of for him, Black people. Right now, he's got to start pointing out who they are. It was a white supremacist. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't a Caribbean supremacist. It wasn't a Jamaican supremacist, sir. You dumbass. He's never gonna say Black supremacist ever in his life. He's never, ever gonna say Black supremacy ever. Because in my mind, if you have white supremacy, right, you have Black supremacy. And in my mind, Black was stronger, dominant than white. In my mind, I understand how some people feel about that, right? But I don't think that majority of the people have that same sentiment. Majority of the people have a dead mind state when it comes to they let the recessive dominate the dominant. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with mind states. We're dealing with people who literally come out their face and say certain things. Literally on code. Like when he's saying on code, he's like, oh, he's in position. He don't want nobody criticizing him. You understand what I'm saying? He don't want to be exposed. So he's saying, okay, we got to be on code. Wait a minute. You talk about Boule members all day. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You making your career off of that. But when somebody's doing it to you and calling you out on your shit, now let's be on code. Even if we don't agree with each other, we could do better together. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, I know game when I see it. So nigga can't tell me nothing. A player. He couldn't have said a brother, your brother, a player. That means that somebody's getting played. Fuck. Wait a minute. This is crazy. Wow.
We got a Tariq Nasheed fan in the building too. Wob Funk. It's probably Tariq Nasheed for all we know.
That's okay.
Unless he's still alive. Who knows?
We're gonna treat him.
Ravenhawk in the building, not too happy about Ebony Knowledge having a wrench. Yeah, Ebony Knowledge got a wrench. I mean, of course, that's cheap Supreme Chief Holiday Champ.
Knowledge go back years. What's going on? What's wrong with her?
Exactly.
What's
I
happening?
love Ebony Knowledge.
She can get over in the Pan African over there, over there. Ebony been around a long time.
Man, I told her, you know what I mean? Drop that dice she can get with this TV. No, it's funny. I used to stop saying it. Anyway. All right, back to Pimpin' Long came right here. He came out, said, holla at a player. What did he say? Play. He said player. I'm like, oh, shit.
Get that Indiegogo for a player. No, but he was like, I didn't say it. He said it. Goddamn. I ain't watched this before. Yo, this is the same nigga that went to Capitol Hill with 2 white girls on his arm and was acting like a pimp in a mink coat and everything for Michael.
Yeah, boy, his avatar should be a collection plate.
It should be that pimp with them 2 white girls. We're gonna find.
That's why I said you got to put some white women on there, man. All of them go polite. Umar and Tariq on it.
Hold on, I'm fucked up. Hold on, I'm about to see. Hold on, fuck. See, I'm fucked up though. I'm fucked up. I cuss too much.
I'm going.
I ain't never went to Capitol Hill with 2 white girls on my arm, act like I'm a pimp for no motherfucker.
Hey, and they all got Arabic Moorish names too. Tariq Nasheed is some Arabic. Umar, that's a damn Arabic shit too. They don't try and African that up. That's a Umar was an Arabic thing.
Fact.
Look it up.
Umar.
Arabic Moorish.
Umar Abdullah Jackson Johnson, nigga.
Shoemaker.
That nigga Jackson and a Johnson at the same time, nigga. Like, fuck you talking about? I thought you was Abdullah.
Jack Johnson.
That nigga Jackson and a Johnson, yo. I'm serious. This shit crazy. It's just crazy. Like, I remember the African dude was the dude from the continent. He was doing a radio. They was in Japan doing a radio thing, and this African guy over there, or the guy from the continent, wherever he's from, Nigeria, I think. And he asked, "Well, why haven't you dropped your name?" And then he was just like, "It's his culture." Like, he's just still tapped into his American ancestors. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, whatever. But he's like, I'm gonna drop it though. I'm like, where they find these busters at, bro? You niggas is busters. Like, for real. This is no hate. This is all fact. Like, at this point, this shit's crazy. This shit crazy.
Yeah, it is. Let's see what Tariq Ibn Muhammad Ali Nasheed collection plate, Pimpin' Long Step, holla at a player. No, wait, what is it? What'd you say? Hit the Indiegogo for a play?
Nah, he thanked everybody for tapping in.
Hit that Indiegogo for a play. Hold on, let me hear his voice for a second. Hold on.
About a lot of the violence that some of these people have against us coming from these other cultures. Because let me tell you something. You know why I knew that it wasn't a foundational Black American who harmed that girl? Wow. There's a code on the streets. There's been a code on the streets, a general code, that street cats and people, you don't really cause harm to no college person in foundational Black American society. Especially a girl in college, a Black girl in college, there's an unspoken rule on the streets. You don't harm a Black person who's going to college, especially a Black girl. The streets, the hustlers, they'll kind of look out for somebody who's going to school.
Hold on.
See, that myth about we hate.
Time. Rewind the tape and pause for 3 seconds, y'all. the hustler, the pimp, would they be? You know, he had that Freudian slip, y'all. I just we're gonna hear it again, but
And look at his silly ass right here.
Moti, sir, Moti, Islam.
All right.
The Caribbean immigrants was like, oh damn, why that gotta have something to do with it? I done told people we gotta get this shit in order right now.
What the fuck is this?
About a lot of the violence that some of these people have against us coming from these other cultures. Because let me tell you something. You know why I knew that it wasn't a foundational Black American who harmed that girl? There's a code on the streets. There's been a code on the streets, a general code, that street cats and people, you don't really cause harm to no college person in foundational Black American society. Especially a girl in college, a Black girl in college, there's an unspoken rule on the streets. You don't harm a Black person who's going to college, especially a Black girl. The streets, the hustlers, they'll kind of look out for somebody who's going to school. See, that myth about we hate, that's some white supremacist bullshit. On the streets, if you're a hustler, all the hustlers that I knew, when we saw somebody getting out the streets, we applauded that shit. We applauded that. And we made sure that person was protected. We want you to get out the streets. Don't be out here with us. I remember back in the day, little dudes who were kind of smart, who was on the honor roll, they would try to hang out. Niggas would run them off the block. Man, get your ass off this fucking block, dude. Go in there, you got a damn scholarship. Get off the fucking block, dude.
Oh, hold on.
We want them to thrive. We don't want them out here in the streets fucking around because we know the danger. So a lot of the time we protect them, especially a girl. So I knew that wasn't one of us doing that. We knew that wasn't one of us doing that shit. And sure enough, it was a non-foundational, dusty ass Sandro. We did it. And they got mad. Oh, why are you bringing up he Caribbean? Oh, that's being divisive. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you why I brought it up, because the dude who did it, and I'm not gonna put his little bullshit social media, all on his social media, he's rocking his flag. You understand? He's rocking his flag. He's rocking his Caribbean flag. And my thing is, keep that same energy when you do something janky. See, people like to dump their garbage on foundational Black Americans. See, if a Caribbean person who's rocking with their flag, if they go get a scholarship, all of a sudden, this is a Grenadian American just got a scholarship. If a dude from an immigrant background invents something, oh, this Nigerian American invented this thing. See, all of a sudden, you differentiate yourself when it's something positive. When you do something, accomplish something positive, boy, that you make sure the ethnic background you came from is first. You make sure to differentiate yourself from Black Americans. Keep that same energy when y'all out here killing folks. See, that's the problem. People do all this janky shit, and then it's Black on Black crime. Then we got to eat their garbage. Keep your same energy. And y'all don't complain, because y'all, all my brothers and sisters from immigrant backgrounds, don't complain. You better check your folks. Check your fucking people. Because I hope they giving his ass that work down in Atlanta in jail. I hope they lighten his bitch ass up. You did keep that same energy. You did? So, all right. Again, now let me look at the Indiegogo. Let me look at the Indiegogo right now. Yes, we're still at 30,000 right now. By tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get it at 40,000 tonight. And we can do that as a foundational Black American family. We can get this popping. And my mods, Mecca Bay, first of all, shout out to Mecca Bay. That's my, so Mecca Bay and D Tubman, shout out to both of them sisters. They are riders. Everybody say hello to D Tubman and Mecca Bay. They are riders. I got my sister D Tubman. She's moderating the Melanoid 300 page because, you know, we're cleaning that up. You know, a lot of folks were coming in there to try to gossip, so we're cleaning that up. So I got my sister D and DJ, he's doing it too, cleaning up the Melanoid 300 page, and we're really screening people harder. Okay. All right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty, family. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty about the difference between ADOS and foundational Black Americans. Family, the ADOS hashtag started popping off around November 2018. Let's get into this thing. And the hashtag and term American Descendant of Slaves, that was created by Yvette Carnell and our brother Antonio Moore. They came up with a term and a hashtag, okay? Watch my words very carefully. Watch my words very carefully, okay? And around 2018, around October, November, I learned of the term ADOS, or American Descendant of Slaves. But let's go back. And let's first of all, let's articulate what the issue is. As you know, and I'm jumping back and forth here, I've been promoting ADOS and also threw in Foundational Black American for clarity. I'm going to explain that, why it was important to do that. And I've been promoting that, ADOS, and really getting it out there. And Tone and Yvette, they had an event this year. A lot of folks came, great event. Tone invited me to come. They didn't invite me to speak. Tone did a video saying, yeah, I invited Tariq, and he didn't show any interest. Tone just kind of basically gave me a courtesy invite, like, hey, man, you ought to come on down. Wasn't like, hey, come on down and speak, and we'll bring you down. And so it was a courtesy invite. And I'm like, okay, I'll check my schedule. So I didn't think too much of it, but they had the event, and I didn't want to take no shine from them. So if you notice, I've been very cordial to Tone and Yvette. You can't find anything of me saying anything disparaging about Tone. I've said some things about Yvette because I've had a problem with Yvette from some years back because of the disrespect she showed Dr. Frances Press Welsing, who was almost like a mother figure to me. So I had an issue with that, but I was codified enough to put that on the back burner. I was humble enough to say, okay, I'll charge that to the game if we're going to be on code about something that's going to benefit Black Americans as a group, okay? So if you notice, because see, a lot of folks start talking about, oh, this bickering back and forth. See, people start that when some shit is coming from one side. When something is coming from one side, people start, all this bickering back and forth. God, ain't no back and forth. Let's be clear. There has not been no back and forth between me, Yvette Carnell, and Tone. I have been nothing but courteous and cordial and on code with them. You cannot find anything where I've disparaged them at all. I've defended them many times. Forget about disparaging. I've defended both of them. Let's be very clear. Just last week, I was giving them props because they've been taking little digs for a little minute. I charged it to the game because the code is bigger than that. And y'all seen some of the little slick comments here and the little jabs there. Y'all seen it. You've seen it. And people have come to tell me many times for a long time, damn, why is he saying that? I thought y'all were cool. I ain't tripping, man. I'm not getting into that bullshit. I'm focused. I'm not getting into that. That's how focused I am. Now, y'all know me. If I wanted to go in on them, I would have. Do y'all understand how easy targets Yvette and Tone, how easy they are to roast. Yvette and Tone, I know you're listening. If I wanted to roast, you really get in on y'all. I could light y'all up. You guys are easy targets. But this is bigger than that because I respect the fact that you wanted to have an agenda for Black Americans specifically, and we're on the same page as far as that. Okay? So I'm like, we're on the same page as far as that. Let's get it popping. I put all the other shit aside. We don't have to like each other. And this is a lesson for, I'm not going to roast them. I'm not roasting them at all. I'm not roasting them. It's not going to be that kind of, we're having a real good conversation tonight. We're not. Trust me, I'm not. Oh, later, oh no, you about to roast? No, I'm not. I'm not. Stop it, goddammit. We're talking some real shit right now. We're talking some real talk right now. The reason I'm talking about this now is because this week, a New York Times article came out about ADOS, and big article. And my name was mentioned in the article. They called me and I had to clarify a lot of things. And the article was actually like a hit piece. And Tone and those guys, Tone is very happy about the article. Tone is like, shit, yes, Tone is on some shit like, yeah, we've arrived. ADOS is here. I'm the founder and ADOS is here. We'd arrived. So, okay. The article is not a good look. And the reason why, and Tone loves it. Tone is just gushing over this article. I know what the deal is. Some of the language in this article was basically targeting it's really putting a spotlight on a whole bunch of people, and it's framing ADOS as a group. That is a problem. The article is about framing ADOS as a group. That's the problem. This is not a good look. And I wish people see this. Well, no, Tone likes that article. No, he said Tone don't love the article. Hold the fuck on, okay, hold on. Let's stop all the games here. Hold on. You say Tone don't love the article, okay? Because if somebody, okay, that's another thing. If I'm saying anything that's incorrect, okay, stop me. Okay, hold on. Let me go to Tone's thing. Hold on. I'll go to my brother's Twitter. I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I'm not trying to lie on nobody. If anybody says I'm telling something that's untrue, we'll just go to the board here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'll just show you my brother's tweets. I'm not trying to disparage. That's the thing. I don't want no confusion here. See, today's broadcast is about cleaning up and clearing up confusion. Okay, let me go. Somebody said that he wasn't happy about the article. Hold on. Okay, this is my brother Tone, and I'm very respectful with Tone. Okay, hold on. This is Tone. Hold on. Where is this? I saw some tweets he made earlier. Hold on. Okay, where is this? Okay. Read this extensive New York Times piece. We coming. Full page. ADOS made the cover of the New York Times thanks to all our hard work. We're here now, and it's up to us to frame our identity. So he's happy about this article. He's like, we here. This is his words. I'm not making nothing up. I'm not putting nothing fucked up on this brother. Yeah, let's be clear. I'm gonna show you your own words. Yeah, I'm gonna show you your own words. I'm not making up anything on this brother, okay? I'm not disparaging. Let's be clear. We don't need no confusion here. So he's like, oh, we here, we've arrived. So yeah, he's ecstatic about this thing. Okay, he likes that. And I understand people like to get recognition for what they've done. I understand that. And getting the spotlight when you're not used to that, a lot of people, everybody deserves their shine. Let's be clear. The problem is we got to understand when these people are pulling a chess move on us, because now that article was using some very incendiary words like group, organization, different chapters, insurgents. So basically, they were centralizing ADOS as a group. That was what the whole article was really doing. And I let them know I'm not a part of no group. I don't know. I'm not a part of no ADOS group. I'm not a part of no ADOS goddamn group. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of a lineage. You understand? I've made that very clear because I know what they're trying to do. The minute they establish this as a group, that's when they start to criminalize it.
So what
That's
are you
when
doing
they'll make this shit into Al-Qaeda. That's why you stay away from that type of shit where there's.
What are you doing with Foundational Black America? You're having a conference. You're organizing. So why are you raising $200,000 if you're not? Oh, well, he's not. He's letting you know he's not doing anything. He's not trying to do anything but get in your pockets. I mean, this is what this. He's hustling. He just told you. It just came. Freudian slip right out of his mouth. So, you know, I don't know, y'all. Like, what we talking about here? So, you're not a part of the ADOS group, this and then the third, chapters, insurgents, all these other things or whatever. I mean, okay, we got to talk about that. Like, what are you doing there? What is exactly your plan? Is it just him, or are you going to employ anybody? Y'all understand my point? Y'all see where I'm going with this? What are you doing? So that's kind of that would be, you know, something I'm looking at that he's saying that doesn't make any sense to me. But let's get back into it.
There's a group with leadership and hierarchy on that. That's when you stay away from that. I've told people about staying away from that. Let's be clear. And the problem is, I'm telling the reporter, hey, this is not a group. This is I'm going the lineage route. And the reporter was like, no, from what I understand, it's a group. It's a group. And there's chapters and there's this. And the reason why, let's be clear, yeah, dude, they'll pull that black identity extremist shit. They want to frame this shit as a group. The problem is we're going around talking about it's a lineage, it's a lineage, it's a lineage, but Tone and Yvette are the ones framing it as a group. They're the ones doing that. Tone and Yvette are the ones who are framing this as a group. You understand? And they started doing that early on. See, first, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I've always used the term Native Black American, and I got that from Claude Anderson. I got that from Claude Anderson. Yeah. I got that from Claude Anderson. Okay, now I'm looking at Twitter, and Antonio is on Twitter now. He's tweeting something about me building houses in Haiti. I don't know what he's getting at. That's not where we at now. Okay, I'm looking at I guess he's trying to respond on Twitter. Okay. Morally, but what we're discussing about melanin color, lineage, melanoid is okay. So he's making some kind of straw. So Tone is actually, and I guess he's watching right now. So Tone is actually on Twitter making some kind of straw man argument. Okay. But let's go back. It shouldn't be an issue. This is the problem. No, we're going to get to the nitty gritty here. This should not be an issue. Let's go back, because Yvette was saying some stuff on Twitter But Foundation of Black Americans, they're taking ADOS talking points, and Tony and Yvette, they're kind of pushing this narrative like I'm riding their wave and all this bullshit. You understand? So they little jabs like that side, them and their people, they're pushing this thing. Why do I have to have the Foundation of Black American event? It's not getting personal. I'm not talking personal about nobody. Why do we have to have foundation? Why we got to splinter the group? Okay, let's be clear about something. Okay, the problem is, this is where the confusion is. I'm not going after nobody. I'm not going. And this is what Tone and Yvette, they're going to have to fess up to this. See, I saw early on that when ADOS, when I started retweeting Tone and tweeting ADOS, no, stop. Y'all stop. Yo, Tariq want to go in. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in. When I started retweeting that, that's when it started to blow up. Around November, December 2018, when I started retweeting it, it started blowing up. And I'm not patting myself on the back with that shit. And because it started blowing up and people started knowing about it, and I always gave props to them. I'm like, no, this ain't my thing. People thought that I created ADOS. No, that's them. That's them. That's this brother right here. That's them. You dig? ADOS was not popping before I started tweeting it. When? No, it wasn't. Let's be real. We're going to talk real. Let's talk this shit and let's get it real. ADOS, nobody was fucking with that. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew. They were talking it. Nobody knew on no large scale what it was. If that were the case, how come it started popping when I was retweeting it? Let's keep it real. And I'm not shit. I don't want credit. That shit wasn't popping until I started retweeting that shit in 2018 in November. Let's keep it a buck.
Can I say something?
Let's keep that shit a buck. No, let's talk to. Let's get all this shit on the table.
Oh, Lotus. Yeah,
I always make hashtags pop off, nigga. I make hashtags Tangibles 2020, and I don't put my face on it. When I got Tangibles 2020, that was popping. I didn't put my face on it. When I had the Don't Vote campaign,
so why
did I put my face on that? That popped off, and that caused the Democrats to lose the primary. And they were doing articles about me and the Don't Vote campaign. I didn't put my face on it. I got a bigger platform. So, of course, it's going to reach a bigger audience. That's just goddamn data. That's the data. That's the numbers. Let's keep it 100. I had the data and the numbers to get it popping like that on a real grassroots level. Let's be real. Most of this shit, I go viral every week tweeting something. I always go viral. But I didn't jump in front of it like, oh, this is my shit. No, because I always do it. So I'm like, let me help you guys out. And that's your thing. Knock yourself out. You came up with the term. Let's be real and not fuck around. The thing is, I'm always about leaderless organizing. If you know anything about me, I believe in no leaders. Absolutely no leaders. And nothing. When we start talking about a leader, this, leader, that, that's a problem. That is a problem. I always stay away from stuff where it has to have a leader. That's why I always tell people I am nobody's leader. I don't want to be a leader. We have to let the code be the leader. I've said that repeatedly. Okay? I've always said that repeatedly. We got the room turned up tonight. It's going to be real tonight. I've always stepped back and I've never wanted to be the leader of anything. So when Tony and Yvette came up with the ADOS designation, which the designation of us being an ethnic group, that comes, well, Claude Anderson is one of the first people that talk like that. Let me give some more receipts just in case people fucking around here. Let me throw some more receipts on here. Hold on. Just in case. I want to be receipt heavy tonight. What's wrong? Okay, come on, man. Okay. What the hell? Come on, man. Why is my thing not acting right? Hold on. There it is. Okay. Let's go to some receipts here. I'm going to show y'all. This is, first of all, hold on, where are we at? Just so I ain't whistling Dixie here, because we're going to get all this shit out. See, what we need to do is have clarity. We're going to bring all this shit into the forefront tonight, okay? Okay, this is from, that's the root in 2016. They were calling me a Russian bot all the way then because I made, or helped make, the Democrats lose the primary, so with the Don't Vote campaign. So I'm giving you receipts here. This is the reparations conversation. Look how far it goes back. Hold on. Where is it? Come on, dang. Okay, it's going on. It goes all the way back to 2014. Y'all can't see the bottom of the page. Hold on. Okay, so I've been doing the reparations talk all the way from 2014. Okay, I've been getting this stuff from Brother Claude Anderson. I'm just giving you a track record that this is some shit I've been talking about. I haven't jumped out there like I'm the leader and all this. So I've been talking about this for years, getting this shit popping. This is Claude Anderson, 2011, and he's been talking about Native Black Americans for a long time. This is me on social media. I've been going after these immigrants hating on us all the way back mid-2018, even before that, using the term Native Black American, okay? So I've been acknowledging us as a designated group. I ain't trying to take credit for the shit. Ain't nothing to take credit for because we're still doing work, okay? Let's be clear, okay? So this is something that we've been doing. We've been doing this. And this is why I always give props to our brother Claude Anderson. Now, we're going to talk real here. We're going to talk real here. We're going to talk real here. So I had no problem giving props to our brother Tone for coming up with the ADOS. I promote that because we're on the same page. That's something that brother Claude Anderson's been talking about. So we're on the same page. We're on the same page. You dig? We're on the same page. And when I started retweeting ADOS, it started to pop off. Acknowledge that. Not to brag. I don't want credit. I'm going to spit the truth. Then why, if you're a naysayer, because Tone and y'all probably been here, okay, why do they bring my name up in every article about ADOS? Why do you think they bring my name up in every article, in every major article? When they bring up a major article about ADOS, I've never got out there and said, this is me and this is mine and that's me and this me. I don't do the leadership thing. So why are they always throwing my name in there? They do. Even the New York Times thing. They throw my name in there because of the influence. I don't want to take credit for it. I don't want to take credit for that. But what I'm not going to do is, motherfucker, be like, people just gonna shit on a nigga for nothing. And I've been on code trying to push your message. I don't want credit for that. If we're talking about, because I got access to the real media, American, and I'll just kind of interchange that with ADOS as far as the lineage. I'll just do it like that. No disrespect, but when this article came out, they came out with guns blazing. Now listen, this is the rest of it. Hold on, wait. Let me go back to this. Let me go back.
A movement of a lineage. Anybody that's ADOS can go out and talk. And I think that for themselves, for their families, for their communities. But we have a specific message. And one of the things that I can appreciate about the New York Times article about what you guys have done with the different chapters is been in line with that message.
This chapter thing. Oh God! What
I'm kind of seeing right now is a splintering in sorts, and I just want to be clear. I'm not at all trying to be divisive when I say this. In 2000, this is 2018, to my recollection, Tariq came in, and I appreciate his support. I don't know him personally. I've never talked to Tariq on the phone. I appreciate that support, but then, like, I believe in the top of 19, right around, I don't know, February, March, he started using FBA, which is a whole nother term. It created a splintering that I don't feel was necessary, but he has a right to do. The reason we call it American Descendants of Slavery is that we're making a claim. It's part of it is the legality of it all. The other thing is to ground this group that for so long has been lost. and Americanness.
Okay.
And then also make a legal institution.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Understand how it rooted the people in terms of slavery.
Okay, wait, because Tone is on YouTube. Wait. Tone is on Twitter saying I didn't get it popping. Okay, Tone, I did. I hope that shit get popping for you guys. Yes, I did. If we're gonna talk some shit, let's talk real shit. I did. If we're gonna go there, because that's somebody taking this thing. If we're gonna talk, let's be real. Let's be real. It didn't get popping until I started tweeting that shit. If we're gonna be real. Tone is I had to stop this because Tone is on Twitter saying, oh, it didn't get it popping. It got popping when I started to retweet the shit and promote it for you. That's when it got popping. And that's the thing that y'all resentful about, brother and sister. Y'all are resentful about that shit. That's why y'all started attacking me as soon as this New York Times article came out. I've been cool with y'all. I ain't been saying shit. The minute this New York Times article came out, that article came out, and that was your moment. That was your goddamn moment. This was your moment, and then your big moment, they put my name in an article. You're like, damn. That's what they're resentful about, that my name is in an article in their big ass moment. So that's when y'all came out with this shit about, well, why you supporting Trump and all that sucker shit, dude. Let's keep it 100. No. If you're going to attack, let's tell why you're really attacking. If you guys are attacking, let's tell the real deal. A lot of people thought I started it. That's why they keep naming me in these damn articles. I don't want them naming me in these articles because y'all, if you're talking about it's a goddamn group, and when you say it's a group, you're putting a target on motherfuckers' backs. The minute you say it's a group, all of a sudden now we can label them a subversive group. They can do all types of stuff. The minute that article came out, I started getting all types of calls from the media. So we're going to go there. Let's go all the way fucking there. Y'all been hating because y'all been very resentful. Y'all don't really like me. And I don't give a fuck about that because I'm on code. I don't care about Tone and Yvette as people. But if you're on code, I'm rocking with you. I don't give a fuck about you as people. I don't like none of you. But I'm on code with you. I've never fucked with them. I'm on code with you. And I don't have to be. I'm not getting nothing out of promoting your shit. But when you start reframing it and then conflating it, and then it's a group and there's chapters, I'm cool. Y'all own something else. That's not a lineage. That's a group that you guys have. Tell people what you guys got going on and stop double speaking. Stop the motherfucking double speaking, man. And tell people what the hell they're supporting. Get on code with it. No shade. Get on code with it, my G. Tone, my brother, this is love. I'm talking big brother love, whatever. Tone, my nigga, you my G. No disrespect. Tone, you don't have the charisma to galvanize a lot of people like that. No shade, brother. I'm not shading you. I'm not shading you, my brother. But let's not talk stupid out here in these streets and everybody's going to dump. No. Let's cut the fuck shit out. You guys framing this shit as a group, the leader and the founder and the chapters is dumb. If we gonna let's keep it 100. That's dumb because they do shit like that. That will put a target on everybody. You don't four-wall shit like that. You don't make the shit available to be targeted and looked at as an Al-Qaeda type of group. You got to be more savvy than that. The problem is, Tone, my brother, this is a lot of publicity that you've never gotten before, brother. I'm being on code tonight. I'm cold with my brother. This is love talking. This is love, man. This is love. Tone likes the publicity. He's never gotten publicity like this before. Y'all got to stop. See, Tony and Yvette, you're doing this little reckless shit. Y'all fall out with a lot of people by doing this little reckless shit. Y'all kind of have your reputation for doing that. You dig? And a lot of people they just kind of dismiss you or whatever. The problem is I can't dismiss y'all because this fucking article got my name in it and they're talking about a damn group and insurgents and chapters. So now, shit. I definitely don't want my name as part of no shit like that. And yeah, Tone is like, yeah, we can't support Trump. Yeah, Byron Allen's his thing is with the civil rights, 1866, and Byron, we can't support Trump because Trump's DOJ is trying to gut the civil rights and mess up our civil rights. Byron Allen has a deal with Sinclair Broadcasting. Sinclair Broadcasting are major Trump contributors and supporters. Sinclair Broadcasting are that whole company, the big ass fucking Trump supporting company. You there? Do I got to pull back? Am I going too hard? If I'm going too hard, stop me. I'm passionate. If I'm going too hard on them, press 5. I'm just talking to them on some G shit. No, I'm not dissing my brother. I'm not dissing my brother. I'm not. If I'm going too hard, press 5. Tone, if I'm going too hard, I apologize for going too hard, but we need this truth out here. I don't give a shit if you and Yvette don't like me. I know y'all don't give a fuck about me. I don't like you either. I don't like you or Yvette personally. I don't like your personalities. But you are genius for coming up with the hashtag American Descendant of Slaves, ADOS. That's all I look at. All this, we started a movement. Okay. Okay. All that stuff, I don't even buy into it. My brother, a lot of times when you people get shine and publicity, they eat that shit up and then they get what I call the Umar sniff. Wait a minute. I'm the best. Okay. They start when some people get some shine, they get the sniff. Let's bring this shit on back and let's get on code. I'm united. As long as you are talking about a lineage, I'm cool. If you are talking about a political group where you are conflating a lineage with your political organization, that there's a hierarchy and you guys are the leaders and the founders and there's some kind of agenda, I'm not fucking with that. And we should have a choice to know what we're co-signing. Period. People should know what they are co-signing. The problem is when them reporters start calling up, y'all get the Umar sniff. I know the numbers. I know the sniff. I'm going to keep it a buck tonight. No disrespect, but my brother Tone is getting the Umar sniff. Yes, I'm finally being recognized because I'm a descendant of Harriet Tubman. You dig? I've been in the New York Times. They've been writing about me for years. That's nothing. I ain't tripping on this shit. I don't need none of the publicity. I am not fighting for credit. I don't give a fuck about credit. I don't give a shit about no credit. I don't give a fuck about credit. I put out hashtags and I've never put my face on it. I ain't about no fucking credit, but I will not be dissed by no goddamn body when I have helped you. This shit don't help me. And when I'm doing the Foundational Black American thing, Tone was like, well, why we got competing things? They've been shitting on that. Number one, Foundational Black American, that conference is all about culture. We're talking about Foundational Black Americans as a culture. We're talking about economics, business, politics, health. We're talking about the whole culture. That's what that event is about. You guys have a political event. Your event is political, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your event is political. You dig? We ain't gonna have all that little slick talking. Get all this shit out and say what you mean. Let's get it on out. Let's get clarity. Let's get it on out. See, that's the thing. We like to fuck around and y'all need to get on the phone. I don't know them. I ain't got to get on the phone with them. Every time somebody from around the country, whatever, say something you don't like, you ain't got to get on the phone with them. I'm going to stay on code with you. I don't have to like some of the shit you do, but let's be on code. Y'all ain't on code. Tony and Yvette are not on code. You're just not on goddamn code. Don't say shit about me disparaging. Fuck that. Cut that bullshit out. If we're talking about a lineage, that's what it is, a lineage. It's focused on the lineage. In a lineage with Foundational Black Americans, you don't have to vote a certain way. I'm not going to tell you, you can't vote for him. What the fuck I look like? See, make things clear. Let's make things clear. If you're a Foundational Black American, You don't have to have a chapter nowhere. If you are a foundational Black American, I'm not going to tell you not to have an event over there and don't have it. Hey, you don't need to have no event. Why are you having another event? What the fuck is that? What is that? No, that's not just a group. That's something else. That's beyond a group. That's damn near a cult. When a motherfucker's telling you what you can't do, and brother, I don't know you. What's with the lineage thing? Well, let me play some more of my dude talking. Shit.
The FBA thing just started coming about and being used, and I myself don't really understand it, but it's okay. Everybody has the right to use it. I never said anything because of that. We came forward, and then you have Tariq announcing last week, I believe, a competing conference.
It's not competing. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not competing with him. How are we competing? Look at the language my brother is using. I'm not competing with them.
I've never talked to Tariq Nasheed. I send him messages once in a while. He doesn't really respond. He sends thumbs up sometimes. Maybe once or twice, 3 times he's responded. I want to say clearly that I invited Tariq Nasheed to our conference when I first went.
Oh shit! Hold on. God damn it! Hold on. Goddamn ads! An ad gonna pop up? Hold on. All right, here we go.
Got announced. You know, we went back and forth, but then I didn't see the interest level there, so I didn't want to actually. You know, I was waiting for him to say anything back.
Okay, let's stop, dude. What are you talking about? Competing? What are we competing over? I'm not competing with him. See, this don't say I'm not on code. This my brother just popped up. Yeah, Tariq is having a competing thing. Well, I don't know why he's having it. Damn, I gotta get permission. Who the fuck I gotta get permission for to have a damn event to talk about what I want to talk about with other foundational Black Americans? What is that? What is that? I mean, come on, dude. This is why we're bringing clarity, so people ain't talking crazy. This is why, family, this is the danger of having a leaderless phenomenon. When there's a leaderless phenomenon, a lot of times people will, it's a gift and a curse. The blessing of having a leaderless phenomenon is that nobody can be targeted by opposition specifically. You can't target a specific leader. The codification is the leader. The problem with a leaderless phenomenon is somebody can just jump up at any time and assume leadership. That's the problem. Our brother Tone is doing that by conflating ADOS, the lineage, with his organization that he has with Yvette, where he's the founder and the leader, and they have different chapters all over. So now, when we're trying to just do regular business, all the way he pops out, well, you can't vote Republican because ADOS, we don't do that. ADOS don't vote for no. What the hell? So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, this is why, respectfully, and I'm kind of being rough now just because, and I've been codified. Don't be, somebody said, oh, this is sad. Don't be sad. I've been cool. I just politely said, okay, I'll use foundational Black American. I'll use it interchangeably just so I'll stick to what I'm about. I'm about lineage. I'm about lineage. That's all I'm about. I'll stick to the lineage thing. If you got a group over there, knock yourself out. You shouldn't call it ADOS. You shouldn't call your group, your organization, the same name as you're calling the lineage, because you know that will confuse and conflate everything. And I think Yvette said something like, it's a group, but it's rooted in lineage. That's y'all nigga-splaining. Y'all not saying anything deep. You're being deceptive by doing that. You're being deceptive by conflating the two. You said we need politics too, you idiot. You don't conflate the name of the political organization with the lineage. You don't have it have the same damn name to confuse everything and everybody. You don't do it like that. that causes confusion, and people are supporting something. They don't know exactly what they're supporting. You understand? And then what happens is when the New York Times comes out with this article like they did in order to frame ADOS as a subversive group, that was the purpose of the New York Times article, to frame this. What is it exactly? Oh, chapters? Oh, leader? Oh, leaders, huh? Okay. Founders? Okay, cool. How many chapters are there? Oh, okay. Y'all don't see that part of the game, man? The first thing they called me, asked me, so how long have you been a member of this group? I'm like, whoa, let's change your words, ma'am. Whoa. You understand? We got to be careful with that, family. No shade. No goddamn shade. I'm being on code here. But what we're going to have to do, all this little slick dissing bullshit, get out here and say just what you feel. No. Say what you feel. We ain't going to have all this low-key bullshit. We ain't going to have that. Say what you feel. If you got hate, say it. I don't give a shit. But are you going to be on code? Are we going to be on code here? I'm with you up until you conflate the two. I'm with you until I'm the leader of this. Now we're talking about something else. You're not talking about a lineage. You can't be a leader of a lineage. Stop. You're doing that deliberately. Being on code don't mean doing some stupid shit and walking to a damn burning ass building. I'm talking to you like I talk to the homies. If I see somebody doing something that's gonna make the block hot, we gotta sit a motherfucker down and say, hey, bruh, this ain't it what you doing, man. You better make this shit clear and make this shit precise and be very clear about what you doing and tell people about what you doing, brother. You did? I didn't say it was a cult. Stop it. But I'm saying, if you're telling people, if you're a group and then you saying that people can't vote a certain way and then you can't do this and why you having a meeting and all that, whoa, what the fuck is this shit? This ain't no lineage. I ain't a part of no damn group. What is this? You did? Let me play the rest of my dude's thing. Let me play the rest of it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Want to come or not? Nonetheless, we had the conference. It was a rousing success. I really don't understand the announcement of a conference that competes and splinters Black folks in terms of the amount of resource they have. A few months before our conference, everybody has their right to do what they do. Essentially, Black folks that are flying across the nation only have so much resource.
No,
I don't necessarily understand some of the messaging from Judge Joe Brown and what he talks about at times to, economic, like what we're talking about is the fact that working age Black folks.
Okay. Let me get this off because my man gets to hiding behind those numbers. You're not bringing clarity. You're hiding behind them. See, there's a difference between putting out numbers there and making it practical and then just throwing it out there to hide behind the numbers. Like, okay, I'm very smart. I'm going to say something that you guys don't understand. See, let's clear all that shit up here. See, I make things very plain. I make things very plain. I make things very, very plain. I make things very plain, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to everybody in the donate room here. By the way, the Foundation of Black American Conference, the link is below. Everybody be a part of it. Click the link below, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not, again, I want to stay on code with my brother and sister. I want to stay on code. But when somebody come out telling me what I shouldn't do and what event I shouldn't have, you dig? Come on. Let's be clear. Let's be very clear. And at their last event, I don't even know what they actually talked about at their last event. I know they have something called vote down, don't vote for the president, but vote Democrats under the president, vote everybody else Democrat. They're voting for. So Tony and Yvette, they got this thing where they're saying go vote, but don't vote for the president, just vote down Democrat. Everybody, no. Okay, all right. I don't even agree with that. Yeah, vote the down ballot thing, dude. And you're getting what out of that? What are you getting out of that? What are we demanding that these other Democrats do? The Democrats on the local level. What are you getting out of them? It's the local vote. Okay, what are we getting out of them, and why do we have to vote Democrat for them? What if it's Coon Man? I mean, shit. Yeah, vote down ballot. I mean, let's be real. What if it's one of these Democratic people who walk around with blackface? What if it's vote for the city council? What if he's a Coon Man, a white man with blackface? I mean, damn. Let's get to know these folks, find out what their damn agenda is and what we gonna get for voting for them. But again, that's neither here nor there. It's here, but neither here nor there. You dig? But we got to be clear about what the agenda is and what, if you claim something, if you come up with a name or a hashtag, you got to be clear what that shit is. You think? Oh yeah, they're probably gonna make a video. They'll make a video and probably respond. Y'all, they'll probably make a video, and that's okay. But just understand, I'm being very nice tonight. I am being nice tonight. Let's be clear. I'm being very nice tonight. I'm not going in. Y'all know how I go in. If I wanted to go in, I'm not going in. I'm speaking brash. And I'm speaking very brash, but I'm not going in. Let's get this shit on out. I'm not with all that little slick underground little jabs here and all that. Let's get this shit on out. This is what you don't like. This is what you like. This is whatever. Okay. You did? Let's keep this thing honest. Let's keep this thing real honest. And what it really boils down to, let's keep it a buck. What it really boils down to, you get on code by putting your ego away. You get on code by what? Let me see what Yvette is saying. See, you get on code by putting your ego away. You dig? You put your ego away. That's how you get on code. Okay, Yvette is on Twitter now. She said, Tariq says the code is the leader, but I want to set the code. See, that's that type of dishonesty, my sister. Yvette said, yes, ADOS conference was political because getting reparations and a Black agenda enacted is a political exercise. Calling us a cult now. Okay, see, those are bad faith arguments. She said, I'm making a personal attack on him by saying that he didn't have charisma. Okay. That's not a personal attack on our brother. She said, see, now she's running with this bullshit. I'm keeping this thing. I'm not dissing my brother. Tone is a very smart brother. Tone is Yvette is nigga-splaining right now. Tone, I'm talking to Tone like I'm talking to the homies. I didn't call him a name or nothing like that. I'm talking to Tone like I'm talking to the homies. I talk to my niggas like this. I don't know this brother, but I'm gonna talk to him like I talk to niggas in the streets when something is really off code. You dig? I'm just talking like I'm talking to a regular G. Like, bro, because when he said, I didn't help get it popping, and I said he didn't have charisma, Tone does not have charisma. Tone knows that. That's not a diss to my brother. Everybody doesn't have charisma. Tone doesn't have charisma like that. He's a smart brother. And that's that we need smart brother. That's not a diss. That's not a diss. Tone is he don't have to have a lot of charisma. Shit. That's not a personal attack. You don't have to have charisma, brother. My man, he sticks with those numbers. He's like, yeah, I know the data. I know the data. I know the data. I know the data. And that's good. My man talks in a very logical sense, and that's good. If you're trying to get a grassroots movement going on, you can't just go read a bunch of numbers. Okay, well, 25% of the financial wealth gap, the street saying, you're going to have to make this shit plain, brother. This is what I'm telling you. If we want to get the streets on this, on the grassroots, you better make it plain. That's all I'm saying to you, brother. You dig? We got to make it real plain so that the grassroots can get it and say, okay, I got it. Okay, let's move with that. Everybody has a part to play here by being on code. It's a logical observation. It's not a diss. Dude, I look at dealing with white supremacy as war. We're soldiers out here. So when we see a soldier, let's talk about your strengths and your weaknesses before you go out here on this damn battlefield. We're soldiers out here. Let's talk about your strengths and your weaknesses. Let's get down with it. Now, Tone, he studies a lot of the data, the micromanaging of the numbers. I don't do that. Tone is great on that. Good. Play that position. You understand? Certain people can move certain things. Now, I get out here in the streets and I can get things popping on a grassroots level, which is what I've always done. I get shit popping on a grassroots level all the time. I fill up movie theaters all the time, all around the world. I can fill up a lecture hall anytime I want to. From a grassroots perspective, okay? I'm just talking people who play their positions in certain ways. So all of this can be used. All of this could be utilized. All of this can be utilized. The problem is when something get popping and then you pop out here, yeah, it's my organization and I'm the leader of this organization. Whoa, we're talking about a lineage. What are you talking about? My group, my organization, my chapter. See, that right there is, we got to be clear. We got to have clarity. We got to have clarity. That's why I didn't want to get in the front of this. I don't want to get in the front of none of this stuff. I don't want to be in the forefront of none of this stuff. I don't want to be in the forefront of none of this stuff. I like to kind of play the back and kind of let everybody else do their thing. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I prefer that. You dig? I prefer that. But I can't, after I've been very cordial with people, after I've done things to help people, I can't have nobody just pop up like, why you gonna have your own event? Why you do? Oh, no, that was very disrespectful. That was majorly goddamn disrespectful. Why Tariq doing this? Why he got to be using the FBA? How come he taking stuff from okay, now y'all being disrespectful. You dig? I take that as disrespect. Okay. You dig? So we got to bring things, we got to make things straight up and down. We got to be straight up and down. And again, Tony and Yvette, they've been making little comments for a little minute. I've been seeing people been showing me little comments. I'm like, well, okay, I haven't said nothing. I haven't said nothing about it. You dig? But then when y'all start making videos, then okay, let me reel y'all back because let me reel you back on this. You dig? Man, somebody said, who's out front? I ain't out front of nothing. When do you see me out front of something? I play the background. I play the background. Okay. Yeah, war isn't pretty. Yeah, we're having warfare. This is social. We're having a form of warfare. Trying to get justice is warfare. Trying to get justice is warfare. And if we're going to be on code, when people are in the military, you don't have to like each other. As a matter of fact, a lot of soldiers hate each other. But when you're on the battlefield, you better be on the same page. If you're on the battlefield, you better be on the same page. Yvette and those guys don't have deceptive arguments. Yvette is already running around talking about, I said ADOS is a cult. That's deceptive. Now you're being deceptive. Just like with that whole Tariq is supporting Donald Trump. Oh man, why are you supporting Donald Trump? Tone, that's deceptive than a motherfucker, brother. And you know that was deceptive. You know good and goddamn well I'm not supporting no Trump.